Hey guys, what's up? My name's Mariah and welcome to my channel, Mariah's Moods. Excuse my voice. I don't know what the hell is going on, but welcome. In today's video, I want to talk to you about all the books I would like to read in the month of June. So I am so excited for June. First of all, June is my birthday month. I'm a Gemini. I'm ready to celebrate, but also June is the start of our summer break, so we are headed on a 2-week-long camping trip, and I am so ready to get back out in nature, to have fun with family, and forget about life for a minute. So with that being said, I do have a very ambitious TBR for this month. We're going to be doing lots of driving, so I'll probably try and pick up some of these on audio to kind of like tandem read it, but we shall see how that goes. But I'm pushing the limit. I'm pushing the limit. I can do it. I know I can do it. I'm so ready. But before we get to the list, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm really trying to build a community here, and I would love if you were to come back and hang out sometime. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the list. I am not going to do like any specific order. Honestly, they're just like thrown on my couch right now. I'll just grab them and talk about them. So the first book that I want to talk about, I actually don't have the physical copy. I don't actually have the physical copy with me right now. It is on the way. This month I plan on reading The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Listen, I know that this book has been going around and that people love it, and I don't know why I haven't picked it up at this point, but I did convince my book club to start reading this. So for June, we will be reading this book. I am so excited to get into it. I really hope that I have not overhyped it for myself. I love that it's a series, but like a set of duologies. But let me, I guess, explain what this is about with my limited knowledge. So all that I understand from this book is that we've got like vampires meets like Hunger Games, don't really know. So we have this girl, I think her name is Araya, but she has been like raised by this like vampire king, right? And so she's human, but she is living amongst vampires. She decides to enter in like this series of trials. The winner of the trials basically gets anything that they want from this goddess Nyaxia. And that's really all that I know about this book. So I think we have a little bit of like rivals to lovers going on, and we've got vampires, and vampires aren't typically my thing, but I've heard that it's done really, really well. I've wanted to read Carissa Broadbent for a while now, so I'm finally going to get to it, and I'm going to read it with some really good friends, so I'm very excited to hop into that as soon as it gets here. So the next book I have, I feel like June is just like, I'm going to mood read, and I think that's why I have a lot on my list, but I want to read things that I have just been putting off for so long. So a lot of these books are going to be books that you're like, how have you not read this yet? But here's the thing, I overhype books in my head to the point where it like becomes debilitating to like pick them up because I'm so scared to be disappointed because I've just like hyped them up so much. So with that being said, the next book that I want to get to is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Again, don't know how I haven't read this book already. I know that this is like a beloved book by so many people, and I do know that it's like interwoven with the Shadow and Bone series on Netflix. I watched like 2 episodes of the first season when it came out, and honestly I was like really confused, and so I just kind of like put it to the wayside. But Six of Crows is something that I've been wanting to read for so long. It's been on my shelf for a very long time, and I figured, you know what, this is it. It is the time, and like just the universe has decided for me that I am reading this book this month. I guess I should actually tell you what this is about. Again, if you're new here, I don't really know much about books before I pick them up, so I'm like the worst person to give you any type of preview or synopsis for a book, so bear with me. I think that this is following a group of people that have to do a really important heist. All that I think that I know is that there's a heist involved, we have found family, high stakes, fun cast of characters. That's it. So the next book that I want to pick up this month is Gallant by V.E. Schwab. So I've been putting off this one for a while. This is a middle grade thriller horror, maybe? Spooky. That's all I know. I really enjoy V.E. Schwab. I've only really read more of their adult novels, so I don't really know what to expect going into a middle grade. but I do know that this is following Olivia Pryor. She is a nonverbal orphan living in a girl's home. She doesn't really know much about where she came from, but she does have this journal that her mother kept that has been passed down to her, and she reads religiously, just trying to feel connected. In her mother's journal, her mother warns several times to be safe and stay away from Gallant, which is their family's estate. Well, one day a letter comes to the orphanage basically summoning Olivia to Gallant to return home, and so she returns. But there happens to be like some weird stuff happening with some shadows. There's a gate that she's not supposed to go through, and so things kind of happen from there. I don't really know. I'm excited about the nonverbal representation in this book. I'm here for the vibes, the creepiness, the spookiness, and to see what is so wrong with Gallant. Another book that I want to read this month is Don't Cry For Me by Daniel Black. So this is following a father who was writing a series of letters to his gay son. As he was raising his son, he was not supportive of the life that his son has chosen to lead. So it says that the father Jacob is writing these letters to his son Isaac to just explain his motivations behind the behaviors and choices that he made while raising him, and to basically open up his heart and apologize for all of the things that were traumatic for his son and himself throughout his life. This sounds heartbreakingly beautiful, and I am so excited to get into this, but I feel like it's gonna make me cry. I need another tearjerker, and this just sounds like it's going to be it. Okay, so the next book, again, you're going to be like, Mariah, how have you not read this book yet? And I will tell you. It is because I'm afraid I'm going to be disappointed. And I think of all of them, this is the one that I think I've overhyped, not necessarily because I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. Maybe it's not great. I'm honestly scared that I might be the only person that does not like this book, and I don't want to be that person to admit it. And that is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I am scared to read this book because I have a feeling I'm going to be like the only person that doesn't like it. But I want to like it. I really want to like it. Don't know much about it. So I think this is following this girl Pip, and maybe there's like a murder that happens, and I think maybe her boyfriend might be suspected of it, so she decides to like investigate this murder, solve the murder. Don't really know. I know this is like a TikTok beloved book for like many years. I'm just hoping it's worth the hype. Okay, so for this one, we have a repeat book that is re-emerging on my TBR. I had it on my TBR, I think for April, and I honestly didn't pick it up. But this is the month. This is the month, and this is why. Like I said, we're going on a camping trip for a couple of weeks, and we've got a couple of long legs of driving. My hold on the library for this audiobook has finally become available, and it is the universe saying, Mariah, it is time to read this book and get over yourself. And that is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I'm not going to go into what this is because, again, I have no idea. I have no idea what this book is about, but it has been on my shelf for far too long. It has been on my TBR year after year, and I can't bring myself to read it. But when my library said your hold is ready, after like 3 months of waiting, it's time. It's time to read it. And this is the thing. If I don't read this book in this month, I feel like I might have to punish myself. I might have to find like a bookish punishment if I don't read it this month, because what else in the world is going to force me to do that other than this being in my hand and available on audio? I don't know, but we shall see. I'm so excited to get into this. In the comments, if you've read this or any Brandon Sanderson, please send me some encouragement to pick this book up and convince me that it will be okay. So the last 3 books I've decided to pick are because during our time camping, we'll also be like on the lake, we're going to be in nature, and usually when I'm camping, I want something light and fluffy and just fun and summery, and so I've just decided to pick up these 3 books, hoping that it kind of fulfills my summer vibes on summer vacation. The first one is The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. Recurring theme, don't really know what this is about. So from what I understand, we're following a single mother who loves like data collection, overanalyzing, whatever, but is so scared to get back into the dating world. But then she finds this like company, Genetically or something like that, and it basically finds your soulmate based on your DNA sequences, which is pretty interesting. But I think like her DNA analysis comes back that she's like almost like 100% matched up with the actual owner and founder of Genetically, and so like I think a romance may strike from there. I'm really excited. I honestly have never read a Christina Lauren, so this will be my first experience with Christina Lauren. I know that they are beloved authors and many people love their romances, but this will be my first go at it, and why not with DNA? So the next one is something that I'm excited for. I'm a little apprehensive because the reviews have come back for me a little mixed matched, and that is Happy Place by Emily Henry. This is giving me like all of the summer like vibes, but I kind of have heard half and half when it comes to people's experience with this book. So from my understanding, this is following a couple who has, I guess, broken up like many months ago, but haven't actually told their friends, but they're going on maybe summer vacation. So they have to basically fake dates to convince their friends that they're still together. So I think we've got some fake dating, probably second chance romance, which sounds really nice. I really enjoy Emily Henry, so I'm hoping I'm one of the people that also enjoyed this book. So the last book that I want to read this month is definitely going to be all of the vibes of our vacation, and that is Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. So I think this is her newer release, and I'm really excited for one. I absolutely love these colors, and we're going to be at the lake, so why not? So this is following Fern and Will, who just meet one like random day and end up spending like a super fun time together at the lake that day. They promise each other that they'll meet back at that same location 1 year later. Unfortunately, Fern shows, but Will doesn't. Many years later, she's running this like lake resort. He kind of shows up out of the blue, and I'm guessing romance strikes again. So this is going to be really exciting. I plan to read this on vacation while I'm at the lake because summer vibes. So here are all the books that I would like to get in the month of June. It is quite ambitious, but I know I can do it. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it if you were to subscribe to my channel. If you like bookish and lifestyle content, you are in the right place. I hope you're having a wonderful time out there and your day is full of good moods and good vibes. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!